Today I'm going to be sharing some of my best tips for how to create curly and straight fur on the sheep. Tip 1. Background first for smooth blending. When I start, I always tackle the background first before the subject. Why? It's better to let the background slightly overlap the subject than to leave a weird gap that looks like a glowing halo around it. By doing the background first, I can blend smoothly and even let it creep into the sheep's edges. No need to fix mistakes later since I haven't drawn the sheep yet. Tip number 2, PanPastels save time. I use PanPastels as a base layer before adding colored pencils. Covering a big area with just pencils would take forever, like days or weeks, but PanPastels let me lay down color super fast so I can jump into the fun details sooner. This trick is a total game changer if you enjoy the easy details you can create with colored pencils, but you don't want to spend so much time on filling in those base layers. Tip number 3, focus on shapes, not details. When layering PanPastels, I don't worry about tiny details. Instead, I look for the big shapes of light and shadow. I go a bit darker than I want the final piece to be because I'll add lighter fur colors later with pencils. If I start too light now, the whole painting ends up looking washed out. Trust me, bold shadows now pay off later. Tip number 4, pick the right paper. I'm working on Canson Me10's paper, which has just the right amount of tooth. That's artist talk for how well it grabs the pastels and the pencil. The texture holds PanPastels perfectly. Before I start with the pencils, I lightly spray Spectrafix to lock the pastels in place. This helps the pencil stick to the paper without mixing into the pastels below. Tip number 5, study the fur types. This sheep has two main kinds of fur, straight fur on the face and soft curly fur everywhere else. Check your reference photo closely. Notice how long each pencil stroke should be and the direction that the fur flows. The way that the fur moves plus the shadows and highlights shows the sheep's muscular and bone structure. Random lines or shadows, that will just make your sheep look wonky. Trust what the photo is telling you. Before we move on to our next tip, here is a quick message from my sponsor, me. Are you enjoying these tips? You can follow along with this lesson, pencil stroke by pencil stroke in real time over at patreon.com/Lachri for as little as $6 a month, where you'll get access to this and over 400 of my other longer lessons. Let me help you take your work to the next level. Tip number 6, no perfectly straight lines. For the straight fur on the face, I don't draw totally straight lines. They would look stiff and fake. Instead, make your pencil strokes slightly curved for a soft, natural feel. This small tweak makes a huge difference. Tip number 7, avoid cartoonish curls. The biggest mistake with curly fur is drawing goofy, loopy curlicues. That is great for stick figures, but for realism, focus on abstract shapes in the fur. Tight curls look a lot like half circles close together and slightly overlapping, not long swirly lines. Pay attention to how the light hits only the raised part of each curl, not the whole strand. That is going to help you to avoid a flat look. Tip number 8, add depth to each strand. To make fur pop, I don't use one color per strand. That looks flat. I start my base layer that way, but then I'm going to go back and add shadows and highlights to each strand, giving them a 3D feel. For my shadows in between those clumps of fur, I'm using Payne's Gray, Black, and Brown to create variety and depth. This trick makes your work look super lifelike. Tip 9, push the contrast. Don't be shy with your lights and your darks. High contrast between bright highlights and deep shadows grabs the viewer's eye. If your lights feel too dull, it's probably because the darks next to them aren't dark enough. Be bold. It's what makes your art stand out. Tip 10, keep those pencils sharp. Always sharpen your pencils for crisp, clean details. A dull pencil makes lines look rough, like rough crayon scribble. Sharp pencils give you that professional, polished look. Here's a bonus tip. Learn with me. Want to follow this lesson stroke by stroke in real time? Join my lessons for just $6 a month. With over 400 tutorials, I will help make your art shine. You can sign up right now and get started today at patreon.com/Lachri. Where are you going? Don't leave yet. YouTube thinks you're gonna like this video here.